I found muddy footprints leading from my front door to my bedroom, but I hadn't left the house all day. I live alone in a small one-bedroom apartment, the kind of place where you'd notice if something was off. That night, I'd been binge-watching TV on the couch when I decided to grab a snack from the kitchen. That's when I saw them footprints, wet and dark, starting at the front door and heading straight to my bedroom. At first, I thought maybe I'd spilled something earlier and hadn't noticed. But the prints were two clear bare feet and larger than mine. My heart started racing as I followed them. They stopped in front of my bed. The floor was dry beyond that point, like whoever it was just vanished. I checked under the bed, in the closet, even behind the shower curtain. Nothing. I convinced myself it had to be my imagination and cleaned up the mess, though I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of my phone vibrating. It was a text from an unknown number, "Thanks for cleaning up." I froze. My apartment has a keypad lock, and I hadn't given the code to anyone. I checked the front door, still locked. No signs of forced entry. That day, I had the locks changed and even added a security camera at the front door. I didn't tell anyone what happened, not wanting to seem paranoid. That night, I checked the camera feed obsessively, but nothing unusual happened. Just me coming home, locking up, and staying inside. By the third night, I finally started to relax, thinking it had been some weird prank. Then I woke up around 3 a.m. to a faint noise. It was coming from the living room, like someone humming. I grabbed the nearest thing I could use as a weapon, a heavy lamp, and crept toward the sound. The humming stopped as soon as I stepped into the hallway. My living room was empty, but when I checked the camera feed, my blood ran cold. At 2:47 a.m., the camera showed my front door unlocking from the inside. A man stepped into view, barefoot, and smiled directly into the lens before walking out. I didn't recognize him. The police said there were no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, and no evidence that anyone else had been there. They suggested I'd forgotten to lock the door, despite the video evidence. I moved out the next day. Now, whenever I see muddy footprints on the sidewalk or in a hallway, I wonder if he's found someone else. Or if he's waiting for me to come back.